So what's up, guys? This is gonna be a new type of video. Just got a package and hopefully the lighting will settle, but let's see what's in this package, because this is what today's video is gonna be about. Alright guys, so this is my first time vlogging in a while, so I'm trying to figure out where to sit down and how the shot's gonna look. I think we'll see. Alright guys, so I want to talk about Christian streetwear clothing. As you guys can see, I'm wearing Grateful Apparel right now, and hopefully this video looks good and stuff like that, and I'm trying something new. But right now we're gonna go through a list of the top 5 Christian streetwear brands that I believe are current right now, that kind of do well in putting out constant clothes that I think you can really use in streetwear. It's not necessarily made for streetwear, most of these clothing, but I think it's just more of, I think these brands are trying to make clothing that can be used in multiple areas in life, in the sense of it's just not made for church, but you can wear it outside of church and it still looks current, it still looks nice, and it still looks presentable in a way that's kind of related to how streetwear kind of looks. As y'all can see right now with this Grateful Apparel t-shirt, now it has its own vibe and it has its own thing, but it's kind of almost like the Drew collection from Justin Bieber and stuff like that. But again, it's different, but I think you can style it in a way to where when you go out, it still looks presentable. And I don't necessarily wear all Christian merch, but when I can find something, I really enjoy it. So I want to talk about the top 5 brands that I believe are doing it well, and then I'm going to show y'all a list of what their current collection looks like and stuff like that. But so right now, let's start out with number 5, Transformation Church, the Represent God store. Now, the reason this is number 5 right now is because of how new it is to the market and stuff like that. I don't believe there's been a lot of collections that they've dropped and stuff. So right now it's still very new, and that's why I put it at number 5. And the reason for that, even though it's so new, why I put it up there and why I want you guys all to know about it, is because I kind of believe in the vision. Michael Todd is an amazing pastor, and I think even with his sense of style and sense of clothing, it's something that could translate really well. And actually, I think it's something that I think the vision is there, that they're going to start putting out good stuff. So right now they have the limited blackout collection. Most of everything is sold out, and that's how you know it's kind of good. Either they had limited quantity or it's just that good. Like, as you guys can see, I'm scrolling through, everything is sold out, and so I think that's what it is right now. It's only the blackout collection, but I'm looking forward to what they're doing next. And the prices, as you guys can see, are a little bit expensive, but when you're talking about streetwear and you're talking about designer brands and stuff like that, everything is kind of expensive. But on this point in Christian clothing, this is a little bit expensive, but I also think it might be worth it. I think I haven't gotten anything from them or anything yet, but I think the quality might be there and stuff like that. And I think, again, the vision is there for this brand. So number 4 in the Christian streetwear clothing is Native Supply. Now, this is a brand designed and made by KB, if you guys know, as a Christian rapper, and most of his collection is pretty decent. Now, I'll say this. Some of it is something that I wouldn't necessarily wear, but I believe that what they're doing can translate in the Christian streetwear and in the streetwear culture as a whole. As you guys can see, the prices in HGA, sometimes it's called Native Supply, but sometimes mostly he does HGA, His Glory Alone, and stuff like that. The price point are all right. They're not too expensive, but I believe, like I said, the quality matches the prices and stuff like that. And I think, as you guys can see here, they do have sales and stuff like that, but I really like these shorts right here. Again, the shorts, these two are really nice and something that I would think about picking up, and even these sweatpants and stuff like that. But like I said, this is a really good streetwear brand. They've been there for a few years, and I've seen a lot of people wear them and actually keep coming back and trying to get their clothes and stuff like that. And so I think HGA is a really amazing brand, and I think has a bright future with KB. I think he recently signed with Sony and stuff like that in his current album, and he's just constantly growing, and I believe as he grows, I think his brand will grow. And I think at the end of the day, supporting his message, and I think with the difference between HGA and Transformation Church and all of them is HGA has been there for a few years. I don't know exactly how many years, but I think they've been there about for like 5 years or plus, something like that. And again, they've just been doing it really well. Some of their stuff is sold out, some of their stuff is classic. I've seen a lot of my youth group and stuff like that wear the Not Today Satan jacket and stuff like that. But like I said, some of this stuff is just really classic, and I think can translate really well, especially like this shirt, Not Today Satan, with Jesus smacking Satan in the face and stuff like that. Now there's some things that I don't necessarily wear, and that's just not my style. Like, for example, the bullet vest or bulletproof vest and stuff like that, or just the vest. One of my friends, Miles, shout out to Miles, said once, man, why are y'all wearing bulletproof vests, man? Nobody's after you. So I just think that's really funny. But like I said, I think HGA is up there, and I think has a very bright future. And I think if they keep going and stuff like that, some of their stuff I don't like personally, like this one, the Created to Flourish long sleeve. I don't think I necessarily would wear that, but like I said, I think what they're doing translates to some of the brands that you see in the world, and I think they have a good future. Right. Number 3 is Elevation Church. Now, this is the one brand I think can translate to just regular church people wear regular apparel and stuff like that, but also sometimes streetwear. Now, this is a little biased because I love Elevation Church, but as y'all can see, they're recently putting out new collections and stuff like that based on when they release their albums, and I have some Elevation shirts that when people see, they'd be like, yo, where'd you get that? Even from their Midnight, I think it was called the Midnight EP, something like that. There was this shirt with a wolf, and it was vintage looking and stuff like that. So I think their vision, I don't necessarily know if Pastor Steven's the one who's doing that, but whoever is above Elevation Church merch and stuff like that, they have a good vision in what streetwear is, and I think making clothes that can translate into the streetwear world and stuff like that. If you want to make sure to represent Christian merch, but also have a streetwear type of look, especially when you're wearing the likes of any hype shoes and stuff like that, something to go cohesive with everything. I think Elevation Church is doing well, but also Elevation Church merch is also for just normal Christians who just want Christian apparel, because a lot of their stuff isn't just bright. Like, for example, this Gyra You Are Enough, I think this is an amazing tee, and it's only $25. And also, just to let you know, Elevation Church has a lot of sales going on all the time. A lot of stuff that I've bought have been in sales, and like I said, there's some merch that also I've got things of like that looks like Fear of God and stuff like that. So like I said, Elevation Church is amazing. Sometimes some of their stuff is a miss, but sometimes some of their stuff is amazing. Like I said, right now I'm looking to pick up this Gyra tee for only $25, and I think that's amazing, and I think the colors just go with a lot of different shoes and stuff like that. And then you have the likes of, like I said, there's some sweatpants that I saw in sales right now for only $15. Like these sweatpants, the U-Track sweatpants, I think they won't go with everything, but I think that's a good style that can go with a lot of stuff. So number 3 is Elevation Church, guys, and I'm going to put all these brands in the description below to make sure y'all can check it out. So number 4 is a new brand that I saw recently when looking up this, but it's called NHim or NHim. I think it's called NHim Apprael. The one thing I want to say is about this is the one I think it's so weird that I think it might be cool. For example, this one, God is good all the time. I think this is such a weird design, but I think it's such a cool design. And I think for streetwear wise, sometimes the most weird stuff is the cool stuff. You wouldn't, most of the streetwear stuff, you wouldn't necessarily think that would work, but when you wear it with different shorts and different shirts and different pants and then have a different hat and stuff like that, I just think it all works out. So NHim is an amazing brand, and I think they've been around for a while, but I've recently discovered them, and I think a lot of their stuff is interesting, but I think you can make it work. And I think with streetwear, everything, or mostly with streetwear, is all individualistic. It's all to the way you want to cater what you want to wear, and I think they have, and this is a compliment, and I really mean it, it's so weird, but I think it works. Like even this father and son is weird, but I think it could work. But like I said, my favorite one right now is this God is Good, and this is something I definitely want to pick up soon. And I think either in the white or cream, but when you look at it, it's so white or brownish cream and stuff like that. It's so weird, but I think you can make it work with certain type of shorts and stuff like that. And again, NHim I think is number 2, and I think the reason I put it, especially because this is a streetwear video, I think it's interesting enough to be like, okay, this isn't something very common, and their designs are very out of the box. Like I said, this is so different with the mountain, with it being wavy, text is everywhere, and I think it could really work. So that's number 2. Now, some honorable mentions that I have for streetwear is a few brands called, the first one is called God the Father. Again, I'll put all these out there. Check them out, guys. These are something that I discovered while making this video. But their designs are interesting, but I don't think it's up to the par of the other ones. But I think they have some interesting designs. Some of them are okay, but there's some designs that are like really nice. So God the Father is one. You got the OGs, Reach Records. Reach Records is a brand that does do a lot of streetwear stuff, but sometimes it's okay, but sometimes I think it's done really well. And so I think Reach Records is always one that I would, I think no matter what, even if I don't like them, I would check back to see how they're doing and to see what they came out with. And sometimes they do something really well. I know they did these baseball jerseys and stuff like that. Some of their sweatpants are really nice. And again, if you have like Andy's merch, and I just put the whole collective of Reach in one, because minor leagues merch, they're very nice, and sometimes they just all go together depending on what albums they release and stuff like that. So I think Reach Records is one that has an honorable mention. Don't sleep on Bethel, guys. Even though Bethel is about worship, I think a lot of their stuff can go for streetwear. A lot of their things, even though it's heavily worship centered and stuff like that, I think you can really design them for streetwear looks and stuff like that. So number 1 for streetwear and Christian apparel, I have to give a shout out to Grateful Apparel. That is why I'm wearing this right now. The reason I say this is every time I see somebody with a Grateful apparel, I think is very different and unique. And now some of them do translate to other brands and stuff like that, but I think they have a really good just team that keeps making different designs. Now they have different collections, and once it's out, I haven't seen some come back. But the reason I said Grateful Apparel is there's sometimes I've seen my friends wear certain flannels and certain things that they got from Grateful, and I was like, wow, that's very nice. One of my friends, he was wearing this Batman and Robin, where I think Batman slaps him and stuff like that, and I think that's done very well. Like I said, and they have this t-shirt right now in their current collection, and they have sales going on, and I recently got some shorts that I just showed y'all and stuff like that. But I think Grateful, coming from, at the same time, their meaning, what they stand for, and just I think at the end of the day, being grateful for life, being grateful for everything around you. I think the message is amazing, and apart from the message, I think their designs are some designs that really can just translate in the street world culture. A little bit Supreme-esque, a little bit other brands-esque and stuff like that, but I think it's like very nice. Like for example, this Grateful t-shirt, just a green and white. It's simple, but I think can translate really well. And the Grateful is what I've seen is I haven't seen many people rock them. So when you're in a situation where you're trying to stand out and be unique and just have a brand that other people don't have, I think Grateful is amazing. And again, their prices are amazing. Like you guys can see, this oversized t-shirt is only $14, and that's why I put them number 1. Is not just the designs that I like, a little bit biased, but again, this is a personal opinion. So the designs that I like, and I think apart from that, their price points are done really well. Like this t-shirt's only $14, and then there's this one for a mystery tee, you just get it for like $10. And the one that I'm showing y'all, the brown one, that was only $10. So I would really say check out Grateful, guys. Some of their designs are something that's I really like. Like I said, this God Always Wins. I think it's raining. I can't tell, but I keep feeling jobless. But some of their designs are all right, but I think a lot of their designs are done well. Like even with the smell of the roses right here. And the thing with Grateful is they're always updating. They have different designs every few, I think, weeks or months. Again, the reason I put them as number one is their price point, and I think their designs are done very well, and the quality of their material is also pretty decent and pretty nice. So again, I think Grateful has an amazing future, so check them out, guys. Again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for checking out. Those are the top 5 sneaker, sorry, not sneaker, but top 5 Christian streetwear brands that I believe are current right now and have the best future. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and you guys tell me if there's any other streetwear brands that are Christian that I missed out. I'd love to know more, and I love supporting Christians who I think are doing it well. At the end of the day, while I like to wear all these other brands, I also like when I'm wearing Christian brands because that's not something people see much. And when you're able to wear that in the world, you're also able to spread a good message. And it's also sometimes a conversation starter when people are like, yo, where'd you get that, and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and leave some comments of what you guys think are amazing Christian streetwear brands. I would love to know. And again, this has been y'all already know this, but my name is Aaron Joe Banca if you're watching this video. So thanks for checking out this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.